In this video, we are going to discuss about payroll management. So in Odoo, payroll management is done through payroll module, which allows us to manage your employee salary by generating payslip from basic salary, deduction, allowances and all. And we calculate a net salary. Using working schedule salary defined in contract, we generate payslip. And payslip can be generated for each employee, and we can create batches of payslip. So we can go through this module. Here you can see the payroll module. So the first and necessary thing to generate a payslip is to create a contract for employee. Under employee you can see contract. So here are some of the contracts that was created, and I'm opening one. You can see Ronnie Hart contract, and here you mention the employee's name, department, company, then salary structure type. We will see for it after some times. That is a salary structure type for employee. Then job position, his job position in the company, and contract details. Under contract details you have to give the start date, end date, then end of trial period. I think we discussed about this contract in the employees module, so it is better to go through that module. And here you can add the working schedule. Working schedule, as you've seen before, the working schedules can be added here by mentioning the average hour per day, full time, that is 40 hours per week, then time zone is given. Then working hours, under working hours you can see in different days. Monday morning there is different shifts given, morning section, afternoon section, in Wednesday, Thursday and different days, and work from, work to time is given, start date, end date can be given. Then global time off, here you can add a reason and start date, end date, which is applied to employees using this working schedule. So this is about that. Then work HR responsible, who is HR responsible for this contract can be given here. Then allowances and deductions, these are used in the payslip generation, where in order to calculate the net salary, sometimes we add the allowances and deductions. Deductions will be reduced from the salary, basic salary, and allowances can be added like rent allowances, salary allowances and all. And here we have the accounting information, where you can add the analytical account. Okay, then you can also give some notes. Under salary information you can see the wage type, whether it is monthly, fixed wage. About that we will see in the salary structure type, because when you add salary structure type, according to that this wage type came. Then you can mention a wage here for this employee. Now saving that. So after creating a contract, you can create a salary structure and a payslip. Then I'm moving to work entry type. So these are all the work entry types, that is whether it is attendance, unpaid, legal leaves, extra hours, home working, these. So all the work entry types, and these also have some code that is used for calculating some salary and generating payslip. So if you open this, you can see a code, sequence number, and display in payslip. To display in payslip in which way, whether rounding is required or not. If there is rounding, then half day, it will be rounded to half day or full day, whatever you need. Then whether this work entry type is time off, whether it is a leave. Then unforeseen absence, that is unpredictable absence. After that you can see the work entries. Work entries, so these are all the work entries of different employees, and it contains some leaves and some conflicts too. If you need to see the conflicts only, then you can go to conflicts. So these are all the work entries which is in conflict. That means that is different from what you have mentioned in the working schedule. Here you can see for Andina Oliva, that is 12:30 to 4:30. It is actually 12:30 to 4, which is mentioned in the working schedule in the contract. So this is different. So in order to calculate the generate the payslip, these conflicts need to be solved. You can see solve conflicts first. Then you can go to configuration. You can see the salary structure type, which is under salary structure type. Salary structure type is different for employee, trainee, non-executives. That is So it is different. If you open in the case of employee, you can see country is diff. You can add a country, wage type, it can be hourly wage, monthly wage, then default scheduled pay. Default scheduled pay, which is weekly or monthly, then default working hours that you have seen in the contract, then default work entry type, whether it is attendance, unpaid or not. So you can save this. After creating a work salary structure, you can see structures. So you can create a salary structure for each employee, or can be given to some salary structure can be created and given to some employee. Here I have already created as regular pay, and you can mention whether the type is employee or worker. Then it can be use work entry, workday lines. These work days won't be computed or displayed in this payslip. You can mention the country, and you can create report and add here. Some report can be created and added here. Then whether this salary structure is a regular pay or not. Then scheduled pay, that you have seen whether weekly, annually. Then salary journal, you have to mention the salary journal in order to create some entries for this salary structure. That is, entries need to be created. For that you have to mention the salary journal. Then salary rules, you can see many rules created. The rules can be basic salary, allowances, deductions, and some other things like leaves, or you can see fund, something else. So according to this we calculate the net salary, and you can see the gross is as a result of the sum of basic salary plus all the allowances. So these allowances and base salary are added together and gross can be calculated. And if you go to net salary, you can see basic plus allowances plus deduction. Deduction can be negative, like it is a deduction, so it will be negative. So these are the salary rules. We will see about salary rule creation later. Then unpaid work entries. You can give here unpaid work entries that need to be deducted, like unpaid leaves. So these can be deducted. Then other input. So before that I will show you something like leave 90. This is the code that we have given in the work entry type. I have shown you before work entry types. So this is the code we have given in the work entry. Then under other input you can add some other input, that is, it can be some overtime work or some loans or something else. It can be given here. So this is a salary structure. Then rules, I have shown you some rules, that is allowances, deduction, and these rules have some code and which is used in the calculation of salary, code and salary structure type. To which salary structure type, to which salary structure we need to give this salary rule. So basic will be applied to regular pay, whatever it is. Then sequence, you can add a sequence number in which order you need this salary rule. Then you can see condition based on, condition can be given, it is a Python expression. Then computation can be done in percentage wise. You can mention the percentage and fixed amount. Then Python code, you can give some Python code here, and using that also you can compute it. Then some description and some accounting information, debit, credit account, analytical account, then not computer in accountability. So not computed in net accountably, you can also give that. Then you can save this rule. So that is about salary rule. Then you can see some rule categories. You can categorize salary rules to some category, that is all the to some basic salaries can be given to basic. Then all the allowances, travel allowances, friend allowances, these can be grouped to this salary category, and we can give some code so that category, for this category code is there, which is used in the payslip. So after that we can now go to the payslip. So you can create a payslip to pay. I'm creating a new payslip. So we can mention the employee's name and lever and the time time we need to generate the payslip, period need to be given, then some reference. Then you can give a payslip name. Then contract, you can add a contract name here. I have already created a contract for her. Then structure, you can add a salary structure. So according to that salary structure, you can see the work salary in computation. Here I haven't computed the sheet, so according to the structure it will be computed. So here I'm adding regular pay, then I'm computing a sheet. So under salary computation, you can see according to the regular pay some salary computations, that is the base salary, allowances, deductions, all have came. Then you can see some negative values, these are all deductions. Then work days, these are the work days of this Andina Oliva. It contains some legal leaves, attendances. So these, from this you have a total amount. Then accounting information, here you can add the company name, batch name. If you're creating salary slip as batch, you can add the batch, in which batch you can mention that. Then date, account date, salary journal, that you have already given in the salary structure. So that's about. Then you can create a draft entry here. So I'm generating a draft entry for this Andina Oliva. You can see under payslip, all payslip, Andina's status is done, and a basic wage can be seen, from which date also can be seen. Then batches, we can also generate payslip as batches. Here you can give the batch name, some batch name can be given, and the period, and whether credit note is needed you can add that. Make payment in advance can be given. So generate a payslip. So from here you can add a salary structure, and if you wish you can add these contracts from here, employees from here, and generate it. Now we are going to payment advices. So payment advices are created in order to add those salaries, that is payslip generated, to the bank accounts, that is salaries to the bank accounts of the employees. We need to create a payment advices. So here I am creating one, and make sure that a bank account is there for this person. For that is we need, this employee need to have a bank account, then only here it will come. So for that we need to make sure that bank account is there for Andina Oliva. Under private information you can see bank account number. Here you can add the account number, account holder, then banks, and it can be selected, currency, account holder name, okay, save it. Now we can create the advance Andina, and you can mention the date and the bank account. And when you compute the advice, you can see the employee's name, his bank account number, and the salary can be seen here. Now compute the sheet. So we created the payment advice. Now under reporting you can see the payroll analysis in dashboard view, pivot view, and graph view. So that's all about this module, and thanks for watching.
If you are interested in knowing more about this or looking for any Odoo implementation or customization in your business,